接下来呢，我们将掌声邀请来自意大利的 Alberto Sanseverino 先生上台演讲，掌声有请。
Hello everyone, I'm very happy to be here today and I come often to Shenzhen as I'm a teacher in Marangoni, teaching how to plan events, PR and also exhibitions. I've been here in China over 13 years. My background is from theater. I study theater, I study set design, I have this background which is quite different from the design world in China. Once I arrived in China, the market was very booming, lots of great events and experiences were going on. A lot of things happened in large scale, a lot of production were very massive with a very high budget, but creativity and design was purely based on construction. Most of the things and creation came to China, where design conceived back to Europe and adapt to the Chinese market. Around 2013, there was a very huge switch from purely production, foreign brands creating for China market, to the birth of our own production here. Foreign brands, including luxury, high luxury, start to realize that the Chinese consumers are pretty different from the European ones and start to create newborn experiences only for China market. So I take advantage of this situation as a European and try to bridge between what is the brand insight of the European brands and what they are the Chinese consumers. Some of my work are related to high luxury, some of others also related to other market. Today we will focus on what regards our own industry. For example, back to 2018, we had a chance to introduce Harry Winston to the China market, as well as for Loro Piana, as well as for Montblanc, as they introduce back to 2020 the new collection inspired by the Great Wall, and back to last year Vacheron Constantin in Shanghai Jianyuan. All these productions are newly created for China market, and we took care not only of the design but of the omni-channel, from the consumers' engagement, online, offline, content creation. And the big challenge for us is definitely the bridge between the brand and the Chinese consumers. As we know, it's very different. First of all, it's about the age, as you mentioned before, as also Margaret mentioned before, aging, cultural differences, and digitalization. European, they don't accept so easily the usage of technology. They think technology is against the craftsmanship. Actually, it's not. And I will show you some cases. Another problem is about a problem of content. I feel Chinese consumers are very exposed to the omni-channel. So when they go to the shopping mall or they go to the off-site venue, they would like to do an experience. Europeans, they are not willing to do an experience. They are still stuck on the way of showcase, while in China market, consumers are going out to do an experience. And this is the big difference. This experience involves online and offline integration. Why going out to the shopping mall, why going out to the event, no longer only to take a photo, but also to do an experience. So the topic of today is about emotions. Why emotions? Now, besides the age of the consumers, the cultural difference, the step from the brand experience marketing and PR is to leverage emotion, unleash emotions. So far, we based the brand experience on 3 facts. When I came to China 13 years ago, was age, location, and gender. This turned to change into tribes. at the age of the social media. Not only the three pillars, but which tribe, which group of people you belong. Is your group the group of high luxury? Is your group the group related to hip hop? But each group has different segments. Now I think we are facing another point, because with all the technology we are how to say, we have right now, especially the AI, we are still breaking down the segmentation. So it's no longer about the tribe, it's about yourself. So everyone has a different requirements, different mentality. So the scope of the brand experience is not only to besides showcasing the product, also to create a personal journey to everyone that is special from the other person going together. And this is possible with the technology, because the technology track your own sentiment, your own emotion. So the experience you do on site will be related to your own self. So these are some of the work I've been doing, and most of them has a usage of technology and usage of emotion. So when we prepare the proposals, because this is coming from the pitch, so we have to win this. So besides the design, the look and feel, we conceive also one layer of emotional. What I can get if I go to this space or the other space, what each room and each showcase can give to me, that I can get it as memorable. This is the point. I think the success of the brand experience and PR is it should become memorable, and it gets memorable only if you create emotions. If it's something that you go pass by, take a photo, this probably forget. But in my point of view, the brand experience that use emotions has high chance to be memorable. So this year we are facing this revolution. We were discussing with our colleagues last night, how would you integrate AI on your work and how the AI will change the market. We said it's very simple. It's already ongoing. We connect internet, we go to mall, we are linked to this AI world. So the AI decide what is our preference. So already give us a path. So how we face this challenge? Because many people, especially in Europe, it's not easy to accept this technology. They think, like before, technology is against craftsmanship, but it depends how we use it. It's a tool. So in this rapid changing world, I think the AI will definitely affect this industry. What is the solution to not to be flattened like all the other brands strategies? For me, in my opinion, is to unleash the human emotions, as the technology strongly directly to influence our life, to predetermine our decision. I think a strong brand strategy and PR, including offline, should leverage emotions. It's not only about aesthetic, it's about the feeling, the interconnection you have with the brand, with the space, and of course with the product. I did some research, and overall, no matter the culture, Italian or Chinese, if we leverage emotions, we can drive 95% of purchasing decision. That's important. We won that project because we have the level of emotions that our competitor couldn't show. So that was the successful point. Connection is also very important. No matter our purpose is to buy a jewel for wedding or for a special occasion, the moment we communicate it and we show and we share our experience, it's very important. Also, the product is elevating our everyday attitude. that's an important communication point when I go to the offline event or to an exhibition. How I can feel it, how can I experience this point? It's a ritual. Definitely, I don't feel it if I only have a traditional showcase. But if I can use the product DNA to become a multisensorial, to inspire me, I will definitely have much higher chances to purchase it. My unique essence is also very important for the purchasing decision. And also, once is now very powerful in the PR and brand experience market is the mastery. Who's behind the product? I would say that because many years ago, all the great brand like Montblanc or Cartier, they fully emphasize on design. They fully emphasize on the fact of being Italian or being French or being Chinese if we go abroad. Yes, this is very important. But is this, it can be only a nationalistic point of view. Also, I don't feel Chinese consumers now buy French stuff because they are French or because they're Italian. This might work a long time ago. I think they are much more caring about the quality and what is behind it. Mastery is one of it. So, in my opinion, centralize emotions. As I said, as I mentioned also about the masters, their stories, their uniqueness, is definitely to set a long-term loyalty with a brand. I wear this brand because behind it, there is something very unique. It has a very deep emotional response. It's linked to the heritage, to the storytelling, something we can't find in other brands. For example, the culture of China, the symbolism, the heritage of the craftsman. This is something very unique I can't find in Italy. But to do that, we need to inspire through emotions. That's definitely very important. Sharing cultural values and empowering experience. So empowering experience means when I go to an exhibition, to an event, I have two ways to experience the space. I pass by, I see the product, I love it, I take some photo, I have a photo backdrop. My experience will last 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Then they try to sell the product. Another way, empowering experience means you make the audience participating on the process of creation. Okay, I go to a high jewels exhibition. I see the amazing product. I have a space with the artisans, very exclusive. I can only join because it's a very exclusive experience. And I can try, I can touch, I can feel the real practice. I do an experience. Or I can find any other way to engage from the beginning to the end for the possibility for me to co-create with a brand. So this brings the people to stay 1 or 2 hours in the brand experience rather than 5 minutes. And you have more chances to inspire your audience to purchase the product. This is the challenge that the foreign brands are having in China right now, because most of them don't understand the market. They still want to do in the European way. The Chinese consumers are different. They are looking for experience. I say that because one of our most successful projects in Shanghai for Vacheron Constantin was based on this principle. We work with Vacheron Constantin directly with the HQ back to 10 years ago. We built the trust. When they launched this pitch, they said, okay, we trust you. Bring some new idea, how we can show these artisan skills and make it uniqueness. This is the screenshot of the H5. You go to Europe, they don't use I never heard some event agencies using H5 mini program. Maybe now, yes. So the idea is that the building, which is very iconic, it becomes a watch mechanism. Now you say, okay, why you talk about watches? We talk about jewels. No, actually, there are different layers. Some of the Vacheron Constantin use precious stones. So it's a very top luxury product. So first of all, the building, the heritage, the iconic. Second element is the loop, the artisan tool. how we engage the people, why they need to go there. Because you can bring the artisan tool, you slide around, and you transform the building in the watch mechanism. Was the principle of the communication. The title of the campaign is The Anatomy of Beauty. Anatomy is like you open up my heart to enter inside it, to discover my secrets. So the product, yes, but behind the product there is the artisan. And we said, Vacheron Constantin has the oldest artisans in the world, using the same principle back to 300 years ago. And people trust it. So from communication point, online to offline, the experience is interconnected, it's the same. You need to wear the lens, you need to open up our world and discover the secret of the artisans. In fact, then this idea of the loop that I assume you also use when you create your artwork. In front of the facade, there is a loop installation for the pre-event communication. Of course, you launch your communication on the social media platform, people can register. But there are some people who don't know about this event, and they will walk by Zhang Yuan, so they will stop. They say, what's going on? So they stop here at the digital loop, they can take it. So it's the symbol of the campaign. They move around to the facade, and what they see are hints of the content coming out. So this idea of communication, it's focusing on the heart of the artisan. Beyond the imagination, it's been driven by different elements. So we enter inside, okay? And what we see is the anatomy of beauty. We decompose the product. We compose the product in different layers. So this is my word. And when we enter in, as we enter inside each room, we are going to talk about the inspiration, the secret of craftsmanship. We are talking about the universal sound inspiration for the collection. We are talking about the heritage and with a highlight of friendship with China. Now I cannot see here, but we also develop a new icon for them. This icon blend the logo of Vacheron and the Chinese knot shape together as a value and friendship for these two cultures. Of course, on the first floor, you experience all the emotional side. Then as you raise up, you will see the different product showcase. And we have an event space on the third floor for people to gather together. And on the up floor, we design a multifunctional space to host exhibitions. Why exhibitions? Because we realize that Chinese consumers want to see more. They want more content. They are tired to go to the same format all over again. Even though the brand pushing for this, they want to see more. So we are working with artists to create a special exhibition, and the Art Academy is in Beijing. It's called CAFA, Central Art Academy of Fine Arts. And with CAFA, we involve the students to make an interpretation of the anatomy of beauty. So in the end, we usage of, go back. Oh, sorry. I go back. So with the usage of Vacheron content, we twist their brand image from a very strict selling perspective. Like, okay, this is my product, it's the best in the world. To my product becomes a top product because my artisans, my story, my friendship with China, my uniqueness is coming from the anatomy of beauty, from what I can see with my naked eyes, but I cannot see if I only see when I open up my world. So it was the winning point of this project. So as a recap of this speech, I truly recommend for a very successful integrated campaign to really have a strong narrative. Really, you need to sell the product, that's for sure, and you need to emphasize on your own culture, but you always need to add an emotional level, because your competitors won't do that so easily. It's very important. Immersive experience. This is the product I sell, but is a showcase enough? Very simple trick. Lighting, projection, the product rotates, mirrors, highlight the uniqueness, and bring it out as an emotional level. Personalized connections. So the using of technology might be not affordable at the moment, is still very expensive, but later on you can use some wearables. It can be very like NFC connected to a AI system. So if I go with you to the exhibition, the things you see from the product, let's say you like red flowers and I like blue flowers, another color. But the product has both of this. This fantastic. What you get is things from the product inspiring you, and things from the product inspire me. It's not the same. We are not at the same, even though maybe we have the same age, but we are different because we have different emotions. That will be the next point for the brand experience. And then, of course, bridge online and offline. Need to think how people can go there. How can I bring them outside? If I can use TikTok, I can see beautiful animations online. Why I need to go offline? So this need to be considered, engaging them, to inspire them, to give them a give back, and also, of course, supporting the local communities. As a European brand, what I can do for China in terms of sustainability, innovation, what I can leave to people. So this today, yesterday, it's a good platform. This is a good platform to give something back to people. And for us as a European, give some insight to our Chinese friends. Okay, thank you.
非常的感谢 Alberto Sanseverino 先生为我们带来的精彩的演讲。